Manor is a very hot area right now because it's close to downtown and home prices are much lower than they are inside the city limits. Stick around for this video and I'll give you some of the pros and cons of living here. Imagine what it'd be like to get a house that was bigger and newer for about half the price of what it would cost you in Central Austin and still be 15 minutes away from downtown. Well, that's exactly what a lot of people are discovering about Manor. Now, on the other side of that, a con is Manor is underdeveloped. It's almost what Round Rock or Pflugerville might have looked like 20 or 30 years ago. Now, if you look at the trends and assume that the job market will remain hot in Austin and people will continue to move here in big numbers, we can project that residential, commercial, and retail development will continue to accelerate in Manor. But it's not there right now. One of the best examples is the Wild Horse development right at the corner of 130 and 290. It's a 1,400-acre mixed-use community that will have a yoga and fitness centers, 500 acres of parks, 2 elementary schools, and 85 acres of retail and office space alongside a proposed rail station. Now, if you take a look at this aerial view, though, you'll see that there's a lot of building left to do to come anywhere close to that vision. Now, the second pro is the cost of homes. In Austin, the median price for a home is a little over $400,000. In Manor, it's slightly over $200,000. That's right, half the price. We've already mentioned Wild Horse, but there's also Shadow Glen and Presidential Meadows, which are more established developments along Interstate 290. Now, you can still find houses at or around $200,000, but realistically, you're looking at price points in the mid to upper 200s. Now, the other side of that, or the con, is that prices will not stay this low forever. With the uptick in demand that we've seen this year, Manor has had some of the highest appreciation rates of all the northern suburbs. Now, I would count the Manor School District as a pro because it is small and improving. Further north, you have the Round Rock ISD and the Leander ISD, both highly rated, but both very big. Round Rock has about 50,000 students and Leander about 40,000 students. Compare that to Manor, where you've got a little over 10,000 students, and you can begin to see that if you have fewer schools, fewer teachers, and fewer students, it's a lot easier to move those scores to move up in the overall rankings. Now, one big con in Manor is the property taxes. You're looking at all told about 2.9%, which is higher than most all of the other northern suburbs. Of course, appraised values are going to be lower than Pflugerville, Round Rock, let alone Austin. But as property values appreciate, your total taxes are also going to go up. Nearly 80% of your taxes are going to go to the city of Manor and to the school district. This is very common in growing communities because they need that money to meet the demand of the growing population. Now, the final con is Manor does have a higher crime rate when compared to some of the northern suburbs. This information is from Neighborhood Scout, powered by CoreLogic. Manor's crime index is 23, with 100 being the safest. For comparison, Leander's at 62 and the city of Austin is at 8. If we look at just violent crimes, we'll see there are about the same number of crimes in Manor as in Leander, but Leander has 5 times the number of people. The same is true for property crimes. Now, I'm calling this a con because ideally, you want a better crime index in the community that you're going to live. And I am not trying to justify it or explain it away. But if the number of crimes in Manor stayed about constant, and the majority of your population growth was in these residential developments where usually you're going to have lower crime rates, you could project that that crime index would begin to move more in line with Leander. You know, I get emails, texts, and phone calls almost every day from people who are thinking about buying or selling real estate here in the Austin area, and I would love to help you out too. If you like my videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. All of my contact information is in the video description, so don't be shy. Let's make your real estate dreams come true.